Alright guys, so a pretty big update just went live in Warzone. A bunch of our favorite Vanguard weapons in Warzone Pacific right now actually got nerfed. They're removing a bloom from all of the Vanguard weapons. A ton of important changes to go through here in today's video. If you guys are new and would like to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. And be sure to drop a like on the video as well. First up here, let's get straight into the patch notes. The M1928, also known as Submachine Gun Alpha, has been changed to the M1912. Not a big change there. For weapon adjustments, these are kind of crazy. With this update, we have drastically reduced the amount of bloom on all base Vanguard weapons. In the future, we will be removing bloom from Vanguard weapons entirely. This process will take time as we will need to determine adequate downsides to counterbalance the removal of bloom, which will vary based on each individual weapon and the type of attachment they are attributed to. So this is actually kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure this is the first time they're confirming that bloom was ever a part of these Vanguard weapons. So not only are they confirming it, it's there, they're removing it, and they're going to work on removing it entirely from all of the Vanguard weapons. Such a W there. So hyped to see that. Now, in addition, we are in the process of assessing weapon ADS speeds across Warzone. Stay tuned for more info. Here are the current weapon changes that just went live in Warzone. For assault rifles, the NZ41 neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.3, down from 1.5, and recoil increased. So we'll have to hop in game and see how drastic that is. It doesn't seem too bad, but of course we were all expecting an NZ nerf, so it's finally live in the game. For sniper rifles, the Swiss K31 from Cold War, second damage range added, minimum damage decreased to 80, down from 95, neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.8, down from 1.9, upper torso multiplier decreased to 1.7, down from 1.8. For SMGs, the M1912, neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.3, down from 1.5. Maximum damage range decreased to 460 units, down from 600. Owen gun, maximum damage increased to 39, up from 34. Maximum damage range decreased to 675, down from 850. Mid damage range decreased to 850, down from 1500. Kind of crazy there. Headshot damage multiplier increased to 1.6, up from 1.45. Neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.2, down from 1.45. Upper torso multiplier decreased to 1.1, down from 1.45. Lower torso multiplier increased to 1.1, up from 1. Left upper arm multiplier decreased to 1, down from 1.45. Right upper arm multiplier decreased to 1, down from 1.45. You kind of have mixed changes with that weapon there. It seems like they're bringing the damage a bit closer to short to mid-range. It's going to be a bit harder to get those long-range gunfights, but at closer ranges, that damage was increased. Of course, some of the multipliers were increased as well, so pretty interesting stuff there. For the PPSH, maximum damage decreased to 23, down from 27. Mid damage decreased to 20, down from 22. Min damage decreased to 17, down from 18. Unfortunate. We knew this was going to happen. Maximum damage range decreased to 400, down from 500. Mid damage range decreased to 550, down from 900. Neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.1, down from 1.5. Upper torso multiplier decreased to 1.05, down from 1.1. Lower torso multiplier decreased to 1, down from 1.1. Lower extremities multiplier decreased to 0.9, down from 1. PPSH seems like it got a decent nerf there. Really unfortunate again. We knew this was going to happen. Again, we'll see in game if it's still viable. It probably will be, but, you know, pretty interesting nerf there. For the Sten, neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.3, down from 1.5. Upper torso damage multiplier decreased to 1.06, down from 1.1. Lower torso damage multiplier decreased to 1.05, down from 1.1. And for the Type 100 in Vanguard, maximum damage increased to 28, up from 22. Mid damage range increased to 22, up from 17. Min damage increased to 18, up from 15. And neck damage multiplier decreased to 1.4, down from 1.6. So Type 100 there, kind of a slight buff. Pretty interesting to see. Now for attachments, a bunch of interesting changes here. For barrels, the M1912 Chariot 5.5 horizontal and vertical recoil decreased by 2%. For the MG42, the Krausnik 450mm B42 MG horizontal recoil control decreased by 3%. The VDD 860mm horizontal recoil control decreased by 6%. For the Sten, the SA 65mm rapid fire multiplier decreased by 23%. For foregrips, the MG42, for the Carver foregrip vertical recoil control decreased by 2%. For magazines, the Owen gun, the 9mm 25 round mags, magazine capacity increased to 25 up from 20. For the PPSH, the 7.62mm Virenko 30 round mags, magazine capacity increased to 30 up from 25. Move speed increased by 1%. ADS speed increased by 1.7%. Pretty cool there. For the Sten, the .45 ACP 28 round fast mags, magazine capacity increased to 28 up from 20. For the Type 100, the Russian short 36 round mags, magazine capacity increased to 36 up from 30. For the 48 round drums, magazine capacity increased to 48 up from 40. And for the 20 round mags, magazine capacity increased to 30 up from 20. And a little note there, the UI text may not reflect the above change. So overall, kind of a slight buff on a bunch of these mags for the Type 100. Now, of course, this is not the end of the weapon adjustments that will be made to especially the Vanguard weapons. We're going to get so many more balancing updates and patch notes throughout the next couple of weeks. I'm going to go through the December 9th changes here. I haven't personally talked about it on the channel, but for now, that's all we have for today, December 10th. And I'll be sure to update you guys on what we're getting in the near future for all of the Warzone Pacific weapon updates, the bloom removal, and all of that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe for that. But for the December 9th changes here, for bug fixes, fixed collision issues with various elements across Caldera, allowing players to exploit peaks, shoot through them. And they also fixed an issue allowing access to items that players weren't supposed to see yet. Now, for weapon balancing changes here, we're going to run through this fairly quickly. For ARs, the AK-47 for Black Ops Cold War, initial recoil deviation increased. The EM2 from Cold War, neck damage multiplier decreased from 1.1 down from 1.2. Recoil magnitude increased and recoil deviation increased there. Of course, a nerf on the EM2. That makes complete sense. For marksman rifles, the crossbow from Modern Warfare, neck damage increased to 250 up from 200. Upper torso damage increased to 240 up from 200. Lower torso damage increased to 220 up from 200. The marksman rifle Charlie from Modern Warfare, flinch resistance decreased by 62%. The R1 Shadowhunter crossbow from Cold War, neck damage increased to 250 up from 200. Upper torso damage increased to 240 up from 200. And lower torso damage increased to 220 up from 200. For the ballistic knife from Cold War, upper torso damage increased to 248 from 246. Lower torso damage increased to 225 up from 195. Upper arm damage increased to 200 from 180. Lower arm damage increased to 190 from 180. Upper leg damage increased to 200 from 160. And lower leg damage increased to 190 from 160. Baseball bat, lunge distance decreased by 47%. Huge nerf there. Battle axe from Cold War, lunge distance decreased by 38%. For the cane in Cold War, lunge distance decreased by 46%. And the mace as well, lunge distance decreased by 42%. So huge nerfs on those melee weapons from Cold War. For the shotgun Bravo from Cold War, movement speed decreased by 1.2%. And ADS movement speed decreased by 8.6%. For the Swiss K31 from Cold War, flinch resistance decreased by 62%. Pretty big nerf there. For the SMGs in Cold War, OTS 9, maximum damage decreased to 30, down from 31. Headshot damage multiplier decreased to 1.33, down from 1.52. The SMG Alpha, maximum damage decreased to 29, down from 31. Headshot damage multiplier decreased from 1.41, down from 1.45. And for SMG Charlie from Modern Warfare, fire rate decreased to 0.08, down from 0.075. Sprint to fire decreased by 2.6%. And these changes are only in Warzone. Just a little reminder there. And a couple little changes for attachments here that we got yesterday. For G16, 2.5 times optic. For ARs, eye position shifted forward to make it more like a 2.5 times sight, how it should be. The Raider stock from Cold War, movement speed modifier is decreased by 25%. And the SAS combat stock from Cold War, movement speed modifier is decreased by 25%. But that's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down below any other Warzone updates you want me to cover, any future things you want me to do on the channel. Be sure to let me know. There are 2 videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Really do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.